In this video, I'll be discussing calculating with percentages using 6 examples. When calculating with percentages, there are always 3 things that are important: the total, the amount of something, and the percentage. We always have to calculate one of these 3, and to calculate that one, we always need to know the other 2. If we want to calculate the percentage of something, we have to use this formula. We have to divide the amount of that something divided by the total times 100, because percentage is always per 100. If we want to calculate the amount, we have to divide the percentage by 100 to get the decimal, to get the fraction, and multiply that with the total. If we want to calculate the total, we have to divide the amount by the percentage. That way we'll get 1%, and we multiply with 100 to get the total of 100%. Exercise 1. Phoebe is paid $30 for playing songs in a cafe. Of this money, she spends 26% on coffee. How much money does she spend on coffee? Well, we will always look at those 3 things: the total, the amount, and the percentage. Which 2 do we know, and which one do we have to calculate? She is paid $30 for playing songs, so that's the total amount she's paid. And she spends 26% on coffee, so that's the percentage. What that means, we need to calculate the amount, and the question is indeed how much money does she spend on coffee, which is 26%. So we want to know the amount, which means we have to use this formula. And if we do that, we can calculate the money she spends on coffee: 26, the percentage, divided by 100, and then times 30, the total. And if we do that, we end up with $7.80. When a question is about money, we always round off to 2 decimals. So that's why it's $7.80. Exercise 2. Chandler makes a lot of jokes. In 1 month, he makes 79 jokes that are actually funny. This is 65.8% of all of his jokes. How many jokes does Chandler make this month? Well, once again, we look at the total, the amount, and the percentage. What do we know? We know he makes 79 jokes that are actually funny. That's the amount that is funny. We also know the percentage, because we know this is 65.8%. And we want to know the total. How many jokes does Chandler make this month in total? So we use the formula to calculate the total, and that will be 79 divided by 65.8, which will give us 1%, times 100 to give us the total of 120. It's a number of jokes, so we round to whole numbers. Exercise 3. Joey buys a leather chair in the shop. Normally, this leather chair would cost $480. Because it is a showroom model, Joey gets a discount and has to pay $80 less. What percentage is this discount? Well, once again, we know the total, because normally it would cost $480. We know the amount discount he gets, which is $80, and we want to know the percentage. The question literally is, what percentage is this discount? So we use the formula for percentage: the amount, 80, divided by the total, 480, and multiply with 100. And if we do that, we get to 16.7, because we always round percentages to 1 decimal. Exercise 4. Rachel has a closet full of clothes. In total, she has 17 dresses, 14 pair of pants, 28 t-shirts, and 9 sweaters. What percentage of her clothes are sweaters? Well, the total, in this case, we have to calculate total first. We know she has 17 dresses, 14 pair of pants, 28 t-shirts, and 9 sweaters. This is all we know, so this is what we'll call the total, and that means that the total of her clothes, in this closet at least, is 17 plus 14 plus 28 plus 9 equals 68. We know the amount of her clothes that are sweaters, because there are 9 sweaters, and the question is the percentage of her clothes. So we use once again the formula to calculate the percentage, and that in this case is 9 divided by 68, the amount divided by the total, times 100 is 13.2%. Once again, round percentages to one decimal. Exercise 5. Monica bakes 38 pies in a year. Of those pies, 60.5% are apple pies. How many apple pies does Monica bake in a year? Well, the total is 38 pies. The amount we don't know, but the percentage is 60.5% apple pies. And the question is, how many apple pies does Monica bake? So that's the amount. To calculate the amount, we have to use the formula for the amount, percentage divided by 100 times the total. So in this case, the number of apple pies is 60.5% divided by 100. We get 0.605 times 38 is 23 apple pies. Exercise 6. Ross reads a lot of books in a year. Of these books, 13 are about dinosaurs. This is 22% of all the books he reads in a year. How many books does Ross read in a year? So, the total, the amount and the percentage, once again, we know the amount is 13, the percentage is 22, 22% of these books are dinosaurs, and that is 13 books. So we want to know the total books Ross reads in a year. So to calculate the total, we divide 13 by 22, the amount divided by the percentage to get 1%, multiply with 100 to get the total of 100%, we get to 59 books. It's books, so we assume he reads the whole books, and we round to whole numbers.